Today, I'm going to talk about my journey going from a rookie trader to a profitable trader. My mistakes, my lessons learned, what I would do differently, what I like about it, etc. Just going to discuss it, tell you about my thoughts. And for me, my journey started about 7 or 8 years ago. Um, I've always been interested in trading. I've been a small business owner for many years, and I was interested in trading. Just wasn't sure how to get into it. And 7 or 8 years ago, a buddy of mine started talking about a few things, and we started trading. Um, Started with forex, like a lot of people did forex trading at first. Can't say that was the greatest for me. I had very successful forex, but in the end, lost money with doing forex. Then from there, I went into regular stocks, trading your typical stocks, your Tesla, your Microsoft, your Nvidia. Well, not back then, but more recently Nvidia. I did those trades. I use Lightspeed as my platform to trade on. The reason why I use Lightspeed is because of Ross. I'm not sure if y'all seen the guy's videos. Ross Cameron, I think it is, Warrior Trading. Um, so I worked with him probably 3 or 4 years ago, and his trading is a different style of trading. Um, Low cap stocks, high volatility, high momentum trading. Um, Scary style of trading, but using that type of style of trading actually helped me quite a bit with getting into futures. Because now, after 7 or so years, I started trading futures. And I started trading futures at the beginning of 2024. That's when I was introduced to futures. Um, and that's been great. Um, that's been great. But before I get into that part, trading regular stocks for me was what's the word I want to use? For me, trading at regular stocks was very interesting. I went through a lot of ups and downs. I lost quite a bit of money, made some money, lost money. In the end, in the year, I was losing money essentially as a trader the first few years out. Trading is not easy. Not at all. Like, don't let anybody tell you that it's easy to get rich quick. It's not. You're more likely to lose than make money. Over 90% of people that trade lose money. Most people never find a level of success. And you spend years and years studying charts and systems and plans on how to trade, what to trade, how to do things. And it's all very difficult. So, but I love it. Like, I genuinely love to day trade. Um, so, like I said, part of my beginning journey, again, Lightspeed was a trading platform I used, trading regular stocks. That was great. Very, very fast platform. Not a cheap platform, but very fast. Um, when you're doing regular stocks, you have a pattern day trading requirement. So by the law, if you're a pattern day trader, you have to account with at least 25K in it to trade with. So when I was using Lightspeed, I had to have those funds in there. Minimum to trade with. You drop below that, you get a call, and you have to add more funds to be able to trade above those funds, above that amount. It was good though. I enjoyed it. But again, over time, I got into futures. I learned a lot of lessons during that time. One big lesson most day traders never get taught about early on is getting tilted, or the emotional aspect of it. Trading can be very difficult. The emotions that come along with trading are hard to deal with. And you spend more time focusing on trying to be a better trader, learning how to read the stocks, read the charts, understand the momentum, your fair value gaps, your ATR, whatever sources you use to determine your trades. You spend all this time learning that stuff, but most people don't teach you about your emotions. Those emotions is what keeps you from becoming a successful trader. Getting tilted. And as you get into trading more, you're going to learn more about getting tilted. Getting tilted is a motherfucker. Sorry for my language, but it'll rough you up. Okay? It's when you basically find yourself in a trade and you keep getting deeper and deeper in that trade. You do a trade, you lose a couple $100, and instead of giving yourself a break, you get into it deeper. And then again deeper and deeper. Next thing you know, you're 1,000 down, 2 grand down, and you become like a deer caught in headlights. You keep trading, 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 and you're down. My worst day of getting tilted when I was trading regular stocks was about $7,000. And I took a couple trades, I lost a couple $100, and I felt these emotions come over, and I had no control over it. Next thing you know, I took a trade, and that trade I got in, it went up maybe 200-300 bucks, and it immediately reversed on me. It was a long. And basically, a long, for those that don't know, long is when you take a trade expecting it to go up. And if it's a short, you're taking a trade expecting it to go down. I can create a video later on talking about longs and shorts so you can understand that. But essentially, I took a long. It went against me fairly quickly. And I just watched it go 1,000 red, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. And in my mind, I'm praying, like, God, please, let me get this back up. And I won't do another trade. And I won't do this. And I mean, all these things I'm wishing for. And it just kept going down and down and down. So bad, I called my buddy on the phone, like, dude, I'm in this trade. I'm down $4,000. What do I do? And we analyzed it. While we're analyzing it, I go down another $1,000 and another $6,000. And I'm panicking. My heart is racing. Finally, I cut the loss of $7,000. That was a horrible feeling, but I got tilted. That tilted was probably the hardest thing to deal with emotions wise. And I am just now getting to the point where I am better at that. And mind you, this was probably 5 or 6 years ago. But it's still difficult dealing with your emotions with trading. And understand that. And that's why I did this channel, Stoic Mentality and Stoic Mindset, because you have to stay calm to be a good trader. And one of the biggest lessons I learned is staying calm, staying relaxed, and compartmentalizing each trade. Not taking one trade and taking it to the next trade those emotions or feelings, be it going up or down. So for me, if I take a trade, be it a green trade or a red trade, green meaning I made money on it, red meaning I lost on it, I try to stay neutral, period. If I'm staying neutral, it makes it easier for me to trade the next trade. When I get emotional, let my emotions get involved, be it a good emotion or bad emotion, it causes me to take bad trades, it causes me to want to rush into it. And because I want those endorphins to kick in, and that's not a good way of trading. So in the end, I try to learn a lesson from every trade I take, because every trade is not a good trade. Every trade does teach you a lesson. And as long as you're learning lessons from those trades, you're going to be able to really grow and develop your trading styles. But focusing on learning how to trade is important, but focusing on your emotions and your control of your emotions is even more important. And taking breaks. Another thing I find that helps out a lot is taking breaks. Another lesson I learned. Like, if you're trading and you're going up or down or whatever's going on, take a break. Like, the market's not going anywhere. Live to fight another day. Don't think you gotta do it all in one day. Take your trade, get into your trade, do what you have to do. If you lose on that trade and you feel yourself getting emotional, you feel yourself getting a little tilted, you feel yourself getting a little upset or anxious, take a break, walk away, do a 30-minute walk, do an hour walk, go walk the dog, get some coffee. Call your mom, call your girlfriend, your wife, whomever, do whatever it is, your boyfriend, whomever it is, make that call, step away, breathe in, think about what you're doing before you jump into another trade. Because sometimes it's better just to come back the next day. I've had countless days where I was down $200-300 and I got tilted and I kept going and it made it worse. And that $300 loss turned into $1,000-2,000 loss when I could have just walked away. But taking breaks is probably one of the bigger lessons too. So having control of my emotions and not getting tilted and then being able to walk away when the trades aren't going my direction are two of the best things I've ever done with trading. So have that emotional discipline and patience is huge. Speak more about patience. Patience meaning sometimes as traders, people try to get in, they want to make their money really quick and get out. Everybody hears about day traders making all this money in 2 minutes and they're done for the day and they're living this lavish lifestyle. Is that possible? Yes. Is that likely or common? No, not at all. You have to be patient. Some days I might sit at the computer for an hour or two looking for that one good trade, those 2 good trades, and then that is it. Some days I'm at the computer for 5 or 10 minutes. It depends. But you have to be patient. Last part of my lessons, and maybe I'll do another video later on going into more details, but another one of my lessons is I wish I'd have traded futures sooner. Trading futures, especially funded futures through funded brokers like Apex, my main trading funded future broker. I use Apex, I use Take Profit Trader, and I use TraderX. You got some other companies like Blue Knox, some other companies out there, but those are the first ones that I use. That is another lesson that I learned. I wish I'd known about futures sooner because you're allowed to use their money to trade versus your own money. You don't have to worry about the pattern day trading rules. You can use their accounts, open their accounts, trade their accounts, and you're risking so much less, but you can still learn how to trade and become a better trader. And you can still make just as much money. Actually, you can make a lot more as a funded trader versus trading your own accounts with your fully funded accounts through a company like Lightspeed, because you're not using your own money. That is huge. So that's one of the biggest lessons. And I love Apex. There's a link in the bio here too. You can check out if you want to look into Apex, learn more about Apex futures and futures trading. And I'll do a video again, like I said, about that. Lastly, I'm gonna get into my inspiration. What inspired me? Well, I like freedom. I like my own time. I learned I'm not a good employee. I'm not good at working for other people. I will quit a job in a heartbeat. When I was in college, I worked a summer job, and during the summertime, I was managing the recreational center at this apartment complex. And we had a new boss come in, and that guy wanted to talk about shoveling snow. Now, mind you, this is the middle of the summer. It's hot outside. And, my pool's open, and we're just hanging out, enjoying ourselves. This guy comes in, new manager, and I was probably 20 years old at the time. And he wants to talk about shoveling snow come wintertime. And I remember telling one of the workers there, I was like, I'm not shoveling no snow. And he's like, yeah, you got to shovel snow. Everybody's got to shovel. The new manager says everybody shovel. I was like, I ain't shoveling no snow. So apparently, so somehow my new manager heard about that, me saying I'm not shoveling snow, and called me into his office. So I go into the office. I know I'm going off on a tangent, but whatever. I go into the office and tells me I got to shovel snow come winter. I'm like, I'm not shoveling snow come winter. I was like, you hired me to run I was hired to run the facility, the recreational facility. That's what I do. I do a great job of it. I create the events. I'm not shoveling snow. He said, well, you got to shovel snow. I was like, well, I ain't shoveling snow when I quit. And that was my last day on that job. So part of my inspiration again is I'm not a good employee. As long as you leave me alone, I'm decent. But I like to do my own thing. So being an entrepreneur has allowed me to have a lot of freedom. Trading just adds to that, and I love to trade. And then my family, my kids, it gives me more freedom to have to spend time with my kids and my family, do things with them. My son and daughter both require a lot of my time in terms of picking them up from school, doing little things. So this gives me that flexibility, and I love it. And some of my turning points that got me to where I was, and to backtrack, was me understanding my emotions. Spending less time trading and thinking about the direction of the stock, the technicals of the trading, and focusing more on my emotions made life a lot easier. And controlling my losses. So getting better control of my losses and focusing more on my emotions and controlling those emotions have made a serious difference. And if it wasn't for that, I'd probably be a horrible trader still. But that's what gets me to the point where I'm able to do and live off of my trading. Um, and then I got my goals for this year. Goals for 2025. Well, I'm starting this YouTube channel. I like to inspire other people to get into trading, teach them some of the lessons that I learned. Hopefully some people can learn how to avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. And I just want to be a better trader. I just enjoy it. Like, even if I have a month where I'm not making any money, I just enjoy trading. It's like part of my daily habits of waking up every morning, getting on the computer, checking the charts, making my trades, and growing more financial independence. If you want to hear more about what I trade and how I trade, you can check me out every morning live, 9:15 a.m. Monday through Friday. 99% of the time I'm going to be live. Some days I might not make it if I have some personal going on, but for the most part I'll always be live first thing in the morning, 9:15 a.m. And I'll usually trade live for about an hour or two. Again, I'm trading with Apex, a couple other brokers that I trade. I do copy trading, which is another beautiful thing about funded trades or with brokers with futures and funded accounts, is you can copy trade. I use a system called Tower. It links all of my brokers together, and I can make one trade and it goes across the board on all my accounts. So if you want to learn how to trade, click to subscribe, and I look forward to hearing more from you and talking to you.